3, 2, 1.
What up, Falcons Nation? Rise Up Nation. It's your boy, Jazzy Jeff, back in the flesh, coming at you. Real talk, no gimmicks. Bring that real Falcons talk to real Falcons fans. Yes, I'm still alive. I'm doing better. King Leo's doing better. He's back, so I'm back. So let's talk about this draft pick, because a lot of people are tearing each other apart on Twitter over a fucking draft pick. The number 4 pick. If we draft Justin Fields, the sky is falling. Our defense is going to suck forever. If we draft defense, we're never going to have a quarterback ever again. What to do? What to do? Our running game sucks. Offensive line sucks. So what do we do? Well, I'm going to start off by saying my opinion. First of all, I will never question another person's fandom. I will never disrespect another person just because they have a difference of opinion with me. As long as they are respectful of my difference, I'm going to respect their difference. So with that being said, I am not a black and white person. There is nuances to everything in life. If you draft Justin Fields at number 4 to sit behind Matt Ryan, that does not make you a Matt Ryan hater. That does not mean the sky is falling and what are we going to do? You know, we still have other picks in this draft. We still have a free agency. We still have a whole bunch of other ways to build this team. Now, if you go with Parsons' first pick, that's also not bad either. You can still get other picks later. You can draft a quarterback down the road. There's other ways to build this thing. So I never want to just be a black and white person. It's all over. Now, let me give you reasons why it's okay to draft Justin Fields at number 4. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, Jazzy Jeff, if they don't start right away, then what's the point? That's not true at all. The Green Bay Packers knew Aaron Rodgers was that great, and he still sat behind Brett Favre because Brett Favre still can play. And they still got rid of Brett Favre, and he still can play beyond that. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. And I understand people are going to say, oh, the Chiefs were ready to go, Jazzy Jeff. That team was still a solid team. I still think the Falcons are a solid team. And I still think with pieces around, Matt Ryan still could be great. But there's no harm in drafting someone behind Matt Ryan to learn, so Matt Ryan can learn. We have to build the bridge for when the window closes for Matt Ryan. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. A lot of teams draft quarterbacks, sit behind the starter, and then they never end up being the starter because the regular starter plays 3-4 more years. And that's also okay. We can still build the team around them. Green Bay Packers, yeah, they fucked up. They draft Jordan Love when Aaron Rodgers is still MVP form. But you know what they did? Free agency. The Smith brothers, new coaching, new scheme, and the Packers are back in the NFC Championship. Yes, it would have helped if the Packers had Justin Jefferson. Probably would have reached the Super Bowl with an extra wide receiver outside of Devontae Adams. But they didn't. They had Jordan Love. He sat behind Rodgers. He didn't do shit. He didn't help contribute to the team. First round pick, and they were fine. The Packers were fine. The Falcons can still be fine taking Justin Fields. You know what? Here's the alternative. You don't take Justin Fields. You don't take a quarterback next draft. You know, you ride Matt Ryan till the wheels fall off, and then we build the defense, right? We build the run game, and then when he leaves, we don't have a backup plan. So we have to start from scratch. So now we have a great defense because we built it up, great run game because we built it up, and now we don't have a quarterback at all waiting in the wings. And don't give me this Kurt Benkert. He's not the future. He's a decent backup. Yeah, we should get rid of Matt Schaub. I'm glad he retired, but Kurt Benkert's not the future. And as a backup, we don't have anybody who would replace Matt Ryan if he decides to retire or go to a different team after his contract is up. So I don't want to turn to the Chicago Bears where we have great defense perennially, but no quarterbacks and we don't go anywhere. It's got to be a balance. I also don't want amazing offense and no defense. You got to have a defense because how many games have you seen Matt Ryan does his damn job and we still lose because the defense sucks? You can chew and chew gum and walk at the same time. You can do both. You can draft Fields, have him sit, and you can still build the defense around him. You can still dip into free agency. You can still get rid of bums who don't play on this team. Stop wasting money on Jamon Browns of the world and actually get a defense. Why don't you sign a guy like, trade for a guy like the dude on the Patriots, Stephon Gilmore. You can get a guy like that, and bam, we don't have to waste a pick now at corner. You can do things like that to build up your team. First, we got to get rid of the bums, the high-priced guys who don't do anything. Todd Gurley, I'm looking at you. We don't need you. All you are right now is a name, and we can get better production. Hell, Brian Hill can play better than Todd Gurley right now, production-wise. But Quadri Olsen, we don't ever use him. Why? I don't know, because Dan Quinn lied to us. He said he would be a big part. That's no surprise, though. Dan Quinn lied about a whole bunch of players. But the point is, you get rid of the dead weight. You actually try in free agency. And I'm not talking about bums. I'm talking about quality players. And you can, if you won't keep Matt Ryan, make trades and build the defense up. You don't have to always rely on the draft. And once again, you have to remember, Thomas Dimitroff is gone. There's no more bad drafting. So don't be afraid to draft a position that you were afraid to draft before because we had Thomas Dimitroff. That shit is dead. Coaching also matters. Arthur Smith, improve Ryan Tannehill. I definitely think he can make Matt Ryan MVP caliber again. Have to build a piece around him. Najee Harris would be great, but we can't rely on him being around because I guarantee you he's going to be gone by the first round. So if you want to draft Parsons, if you want to draft Fields, if you want to draft Sewell, I want you to get Najee Harris out your head because he ain't going to be around by the time we draft around the second round. That's my personal opinion. I don't think he's going to be around. I think the Steelers are going to take Najee Harris in the first round. Somebody going to take him in the first round. So my point, though, in this video is that the draft and football and building a team is not a black and white thing. It's not. It's not if we draft all this defense, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, and if we draft Fields, it's all over. The world is ending. That's not true. The 2016 Falcons didn't have the greatest defense in the world. We got turnovers, we got takeaways, but we weren't the best. We were still like a middle-of-the-road defense. We weren't the best, but our offense outweighed that. You know, teams like the Rams were the greatest team in the world. They were slightly balanced. The Bucks were balanced. As long as we build a balanced team, it's okay to draft someone like a Justin Fields at 4. The world is not going to end if that happens. And it's not about what I want. It's not about what you want. It's about what the Falcons are going to do. And I'm telling you right now, tons of teams who have that chance to pick that high in the draft usually don't pass on quarterbacks in the top 5. I'm just letting you know. So be mentally prepared if that happens, okay? Don't break your TV. Don't get angry. This team is not fucked if we take a quarterback at 4. We're not. And vice versa. If we take defense first, I'm going to be happy because we're building the defense. But we can't neglect the run game because it sucks. We can't neglect the offensive line because it sucks. You have to build both. I don't want to have a defense like the Chicago Bears and then have a Trubisky at quarterback 4 years down the road when we decide to move on from Matt Ryan. I don't want an offensive team that scores a bunch of points, but their defense can't do shit, and we also lose games that way. It's got to be balanced, and you can do it both ways. So that's all I wanted to say for now. I'm going to be back making more live videos, making more video breakdowns. This is just a quick general video talking to the fans. I appreciate everybody who commented and showed support to my cat, King Leo, when he was not feeling well, and he had a lot of issues. I appreciate that. It's something I'll never forget. And I just want to say, your boy is back. And as always, Falcons Nation, we rise up. I'm out this thing.